Funny how now this is zoomed out. Amazing, isn't it? Oh dear. I don't get the opportunity before, and then I have to now. I think that's going to have to do. Right, we're live. Finally, I would have liked to have done it a lot sooner, but I haven't been feeling the best. I've been bodily sore, facially sore, head sore. To be honest, I've just been one big sore, and I had a shower a day or two ago, and I do feel better for it. Let's see if I can move this a bit, level it out. Yeah, that should be all right. So I've had a shower, had a shave. I don't feel too bad now, so that my ears normally piss me off too, but I'm not so bad at the moment. I've just realised why. I've got it facing forward so I can't see chat. This is the problem, innit? If I had a computer here, I could have YouTube running at the same time. I've done it once before. I've literally had YouTube running at the same time, and I can look to see comments as well as. But no, it doesn't look like I'm going to be seeing any chat tonight because I've installed the camera the wrong way around. You just get to see more of the background now. Anyway, I can see myself reflecting in the bedroom window. Anyway, we're gonna go through the finds from day 3 at Red Robin Bottle Tip, because I've done day 1 and day 2 where the collapsed tree trunk was, and I didn't really do any footage or any video of the second day. I just finished the hole, and then I moved in. I'd done 2 test pits which were negative, and then day 3 I managed to break through, and it ended up one of the smallest holes I've ever done, because I didn't have a border fork to make the hole any bigger. It was literally a foot by a foot. It was a nightmare trying to get in, laying on my front and my side, trying to get stuff out. But yeah, we're going live. We're going to finally go through these finds from day 3 at Red Robin Bottle Tip. These are a little bit different. We had more larger items the last time. This time we got much smaller items, and I don't know if it's going to zoom in on these, and I need to literally get right up, but luckily I can see myself reflecting in the window. Drama. We've got Fermium inside the door and Mekti outside the door swearing at him. The phone was 81% charge when I started up. As per usual, I'm having very hard time charging my phone up. As you know, we have all this fancy mobile technology. We've got the world in the palm of our hand, and yet we can't get a decent charger cable to charge this technology up. This is what I cannot understand about mobile phones. You just can't charge this stuff up. It's actually infuriating. I've got literally 5 charger cables, 1 here, 4 at the gaff, and none of them work. I think one of them will work if I leave it overnight, but when I'm actually using the phone plugged in, it will slowly creep down like this. Phone chargers are a complete nightmare. There must be a better way to charge a phone. I think I might have had someone, I don't know what's going on here. It'll probably disappear anyway. No, we may have had someone comment, but unfortunately the camera's the correct way round. I didn't do it the reverse way round, so I won't be able to reply, I'm afraid. All I know is there's someone here. But yes, always having trouble charging up my phone. It's just the way it is these days. We got this great thing we hold in a hand, yet it's a struggle to charge it up, and of course that also creates a lot of wasted time, when you want to go somewhere but you can't because you're waiting for your phone to charge up. But in my case it's even worse. I literally have to plug it in overnight. I have got comments coming up, but unfortunately the phone is the other way and it's gone again. I should have put the camera up the wrong way, to be honest. Right, we have, if anything, we've got slightly more items than we did in the last live of Findsman Red Robin bottle tip. I could have done it the Finn Vince way and literally be behind the camera and then have it all in front and look down on it, but I need to sit down. I'm not getting any younger. I turned 40 something. I don't know what on the 14th. I think it was something like 45 or 46. I've got to the point now where I don't even bother thinking about how old I am. Anyway, we're going to start with finds now. We've not really got much room here, so quite a bit of it's going to have to go back on the floor. People are replying. Sadly, I can't see anything, but when I replay it, I will be able to see the comments later. Right. I think the first thing we'll go for was this nice cup that I found. Unfortunately, don't have the handle, and that's probably why it was thrown out, because the handle is missing. If there's a fly in here, I'm going to squish it before he causes chaos. Fermium's just arrived, a tiny little fly, and he wants to destroy the whole flat. We found this pretty little cup. I'm not sure if it's Dutch made, but it's totally complete. There's no chips and there's no cracks, but the handle is off, so it's basically a little bowl now. It is basically a bowl now. But the colours on that, blue, green leaf and red, so we've got blue flowers, we've got red flower and green leaf, and we've got a red rim on the inside. Underneath, just two tiny little spots. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but this is in fantastic condition, apart from there's no handle on it. Very pretty, and it's basically a little bowl, and I could put it in a cabinet or on show just like that, and it looks fantastic, really. So we're starting with a teacup minus the handle, but apart from that, it's perfect. It's literally perfect. It's literally perfect, that. See, I'm having to stand up this time. Let's see if I can move. No, another disaster. That happened last time. Well, I ended up with a disaster because I had to move stuff around. There goes me Halloween decorations. It's very hard to do a live stream, especially when you're as confused and sore as I am. Just a gourd. Of course, I can't put it anywhere now because there's nothing to. There's too big a gap there now. Oh, try again, shall we? Right. Just FMF jelly or jam pot. It's mainly zinc white. There's a little bit of grey on there, which will be in the firing process. There's no transfer on it at all. It's just glazed. There's a little bit of grey on there as well. Sadly, I can't see comments because I put it the wrong way around. But it's just a jam, basically, or jelly. And I'm not going to stop it and start it again. The quality of the picture will be better. It'll probably take longer to upload, but I won't be able to live reply to any comments unless I had a computer here and I can read them at the same time. Right, next we've got a couple of milk bottles. Now these are pretty common, to be honest. I've found these before. They're very common. Wide mouth, half pint, SSCS, which is basically South Suburban Cooperative Society. Milk bottle, 1931-32, obviously. UGB underneath, United Glass bottles, very common, to be honest, but at least it's complete. And you can see SSCS embossed on it. As to whether it's focusing on that, I don't know. And this one, if not, is a bit of a blister in the lip, and I think I may have done that myself, but actually somehow I think I actually done that myself after I dug it up. And it's basically a United Dairies. It's a bottle combine amalgamation of dairies. United Dairies London. It's got United Dairies on the bottom, early 30s, of course. They're very common though. It's a very common milk bottle, unlike the Beckenham one. The Beckenham one I found in the last video was a rarer bottle, a local bottle. Again, wide mouth. You can hear the bells of the cats. It's Mecca. Right, we've got this tall bottle here underneath 20. Whether that's 1920 or not, I don't know. I shouldn't imagine it is, to be honest. Machine made. Cats are clawing now. And Mecca's screaming at him. Brown household bottle with a rounded top, not a triangular sided one. So it is 20s or 30s. Seems to feel a little bit flat, if not slightly concave on this side. And it's Allen and Hanbury London, or Allen and Hanbury's London. It's a nice bottle. If I had the corks, I'd use it again. But Allen and Hanbury's. London. Fermium's here now, purring and rubbing up, and Meckety's swearing at him. Quite sizable brown household, cork top. Allen and Hanbury's, London. I'm gonna have to watch my arms here. Meckety's behind me. Fermium is in here as well. Another common bottle. These are lovely. They're octagonal, they're brown, but the thing is, they've got such a small opening, you can never clean them properly. And even if you do try and clean them, it's weird. You never seem to be able to get the inside. I don't think I've ever found one of these and actually been able to clean it up to mint condition, especially internally. And this is just another of those octagonal brown Milton Baby sterilizer powder bottles. It's only a small one. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, to be honest. Very small octagonal brown. With a rounded shoulder. You've got the rounded shoulders on here as well. Right, we've got this little thing here, and it's quite interesting really, because I found one of these before, but it wasn't the same. One of the older digs from 2014 onwards, the first couple of years probably in boundary ditch digging, I found an egg cup, a satirical German-made egg cup of a middle-class man with a monocle and blonde hair. And the day 3 dig, it may even be the same mini tip, but I was digging another part of it. It could well be. And I found another one, same again, German-made satirical egg cup, and I found the majority of it, and then later I did find another piece, but there's still a tiny chip out, and that's a bit messy. But I did find another egg cup, and it could well be that this is the son. You probably had the father, the son, maybe a daughter or a mother in Germanic satirical egg cups, and I've already got the father. I looked at the bottom of both and they're different, so maybe there's more of one than each different batches. But this is it. I've had to glue it back together. I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but we've got a small satirical egg cup of a boy. And it was in 2 pieces, the majority, and then a large sliver came off that I had to glue back on, basically. I can see while looking at the camera it's going light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, and it's because it's trying to autofocus all the time, which is a bit annoying, but that's technology for you. So we've got a satirical German-made egg cup from pre-1932, probably the 20s. This little egg cup. Right, what else have we got? We'll stick with faces, I think. Also found this. Didn't find any other components, but I did actually find a doll, a miniature doll. And this is 1930 or pre, probably 20s. And it was full of dirt when I found it, and I literally had to dig all the crap out and wash it out. But I found a miniature doll, no arms and legs. Only the second doll related item that I found complete, to be honest. One was a complete head with the eyes, and I ended up filling it with cactus, a Puntia bulbispina, and we found this little fella here. No arms, no legs, it's just holes basically, voids where the arms and legs should be. A creepy little doll head. Mechetes in front of me on the radiator, looking to create a disaster, knock a plant pot over or something. So a small doll head. The eyes may well have been blue at some point, but I think the paint's worn off. All the other colours seem to be fine. Maybe the hair has worn off a bit. Some of it may have come off when I was washing it because there was a bit of rust on it. There are some stamps on the back, 830/2. Again, probably German Beast or maybe even French, I'm not sure, but a little doll head and body. But no arms and legs. I never found one arm or leg in that dig. We'll make tea of him, shall we? We'll put the baby in the bath, shall we? Right. You may have seen this in one of the previous videos as I was actually digging it up, and I did actually look this bottle up, and the brewery is still going and it looks quite posh actually. I think they probably make gin or something, and you probably saw this one as we were digging it up. Green bottle, Maidstone Distillery. Yes, it's the Maidstone Distillery bottle, and it's completely cleaned up now. Underneath we've got 3 dots and 21, so whether that means it's 1921 or not, I don't know. It could well be. The 3 dots underneath. The company documents may even say what each dot and number, what year it was. It's not impossible, but it's a lovely, lovely green, olive green bottle, Maidstone Distillery, and the top is very unusual, very unusual. I've not seen anything like that. It's an applied top, machine made with an applied top basically. The join goes pretty much up to the shoulder and even probably beyond, although I can't see it beyond the neck, very defined. Maybe one side. There's a few bubbles in the glass and a little bit of a dent in the mould one side. A very, very shallow kick up in the base. Maidstone Distillery. I've never found one of them before. That's a nice looking bottle. That's a nice looking bottle, that. We will go with another big one. Oh dear, it's a bit tight in here. Oh yeah, it's a bit tight. I might have to get down there. Oh blimey, let's move some stuff about. We've got this, which I looked up, and it turns out it's probably a whiskey bottle, and the shape itself is more like a mallet bottle from the 1700s, that kind of shape. But obviously it's not that age. It's 1930s, early 30s, late 20s. But we've got a nice brown bottle here with a blob top and the triangular reinforcement ring around the top. It looks like a tooled top or purely machine made. Underneath there's a circular scar, that's about it, and a little bit of an upside down curve where a label would have been, but it's actually a whiskey bottle, but it's the closest I'll ever get to an old mallet shaped bottle, and it's a lovely brown colour. And this was found, there wasn't a clip done of it at the time, but a lovely, I can't remember the name of it now, but it did turn out that it was a possible whiskey bottle, some description. Very nice simple showpiece that. There's not really much to the underside, to be honest. Not much of it at all, and there's not even any marks on the base. But the blob top was a bit off-putting, because blob tops, you normally see them in Victorian bottles, and this is by no means a blob top of that age, but it is complete. There's a tiny little blister chip on the outside there, and that is it. But that's a good size bottle. That's a good size bottle. And a nice shape too. Takes up quite a bit of room, that. Also, you saw this in a previous video, and when I dug it up, it was literally full of grey stuff. I have no idea what exactly it was, and at the bottom it was black, so it may even have been an ink. It may have been the residue of an ink, and then they reused it for something else, and then the two mixed together come up with this grey concoction. Maybe it had ink in it, and then they used it for disinfectant or something, because typical bottle dump, you pull the cork, and they always smell the same. They always smell and they always smell the same. And this one I did compare to a couple of other bottles that I had methylated spirits and disinfectant in. The cork is pretty much shrunk now, and this one is cork top. The other two they had a stopper, but this smaller one, it didn't have. It's very similar to the other one, but it didn't have a stopper. It's just cork top, and it was a lovely colour. Even when it was coming out the ground, I thought to myself, that's a lovely colour. That there's still a bit of moisture in there, but not enough to keep the cork from shrinking to nothing. But again, a lovely colour, sea green colour. Applied top, it's definitely applied top. The join goes up, so it's machine made 2-part mould with applied top. Around here is triangular, so that is definitely 1930, because by the 1930s they started doing the triangular sharper edged top. But I just love the colour of the glass on that. Anything underneath 78, I think it's got on it. the number 78. Put that there, try not to knock it over. Right, we're coming up to a load of smaller stuff now, but before then we'll look at this, which is a very simple Art Deco bottle, not the most interesting shape. It's basically like an upside down horseshoe, or turn it the other way, it could be a horseshoe. It's got the original cork stopper thing with the metal that you unscrew, and then you basically dab it to get the contents out. And I'm pretty sure that when I found this and uncorked it, I'm pretty sure it was violet water, and years ago violet water, lavender were very popular as well as rose, but violet water especially. But again, another big bottle, which is basically a upside down horseshoe shape, or the other way round. Anything underneath, just a registered number 10945. The top looks late 20s, to be honest. It's round, it could still be 30s, but I'm saying late 20s, but a good size. Hello there, I've seen something come up again. Unfortunately, I can't reply because the camera's the wrong way round. I've got it the right way round, not the wrong way round. I should have put the camera the wrong way round. But people are here. Thank you for coming. We're going through day 3 finds of Red Robin bottle tip finds. Bear in mind, I can't reply to see your comments, unfortunately. But yes, I will be able to read them later. Anyway, I'll be able to read your comments later when it's uploaded. And wow, so that's another nice looking but simple bottle, and it's quite wide as well, and I'm pretty sure that would have had violet water in it, and a lot of it. And from now, the bottles are getting a bit smaller, and the last one's very exciting. Right, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to go for this. It's intact, blown obviously, but we've got an old light bulb. We get quite a few light bulbs, and in the day 3 dig I found several, and this was the one that was in best condition. The filaments are so fine, it makes you wonder if it even blew at all, to be honest. Yeah, things are moving about. Something is moving about. And it is, in fact, an Osram. You can just see the markings on it. Osram patent EC 205 80 watt 6055. So it's on there. It's on there. It's not easy to see. Osram. And it's totally complete light bulb. Totally complete light bulb. Missing the metal at the bottom, obviously. And you've got a point at the top. The older ones had a point on the top. A little bit rough at the bottom there. But you often find light bulbs. This is quite a big one as well. We'll shove that in our egg cup. Oh yeah. Doesn't he look great? That's a mighty fine hat you're wearing there, boy. Yeah. Right, we've got this, and this is a very pretty bottle, and simple but pretty. And I've found something like this before, probably on the very first dig I done at Red Robin. I found a bottle which was rougher than this. It was flat, rectangular, and the stopper was the most basic of basic. But inside there was crystal balls, crystal like balls. This one has got liquid in as well, but this has got the same crystal like ball structure and the same as the one that I found all them years ago. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to get this open, to pour this liquid out or find out what it is. In fact, I don't even know if I really want to open it. But the other one, the older one, I did actually try to open it, and all I amounted to doing was actually breaking the stopper. So I had to glue the stopper back together. That's how rigidly closed these things are. But a lovely, lovely French style almost fragrance bottle, or I really don't know what it is. And the stopper is very nice indeed. It's got a very, very nice stopper on that. It's only a little thing. And I found nice little bottles like this before. One of them, I actually put my aftershave in one of them. But the interesting thing is the odd crystal-like build up inside, like balls, crystal balls. I don't know whether the more I move it around, it's actually putting this stuff back into solution. It may well be. And underneath is a bit of a moulded star effect. I don't know if it can be seen or not. I know I'm probably doing this live stream completely the wrong way, but this is the only way I can think while I'm in the condition I am. Firmian, please get down. Wait. Wait. Stop creating disasters. Get down. Wait. Wait. Move. Oh, that's Firmian. Sorry, I can't. I can see that there are people here. I'll take a look at how many in a minute. But lovely, lovely little bottle. I'm not sure what the contents are, and there's no way I'm physically going to be able to get that stopper out. Please, Firmian, get down. Get down. Oh, I do like that. Very similar to another one that I've got. This is a very small, it says, I think it just says foreign on the bottom. I'm not really sure. It's got 15, double 15 mark. It's just a little white thing with a primitive plastic top. When I opened it, it had probably, I guess, furniture polish, and it weren't really. Can still smell it now. It's like a French polish paste or something like that, tiny little thing. I ended up emptying the stuff out, getting rid of it. Didn't really see the point in keeping stuff in it, but it's a little thing that might be able to put something in. It's very small with a primitive plastic lid. It's very small. But I still brought it back because it's quite nice. Diddy little jar. Oh, the cat is still here. Ah! Ah! Oh, you little troublemaker. Ah. Oh, he's a little troublemaker. Right, get out of it. Problem is I can't have anything behind me. Maybe I'll put that. Maybe I can put this gourd there. Maybe it'll scare him. Nothing to scare that boy. He's bulletproof. He literally is bulletproof. We'll carry on, shall we? Another, exactly the same as the 1-2 before. I would have had a stopper. It's very smooth, very sharp at the bottom. All four sides are very sharp. Apart from the edges, you've got the edges are flattened out. You can tell there was a stopper in there at one point. It's very similar to that other one that had all the crystal stuff in it, but it's very smooth on the bottom, very smooth. Not really much more I can say about that one, apart from it's very similar to this one here. It's slightly taller. Right, save them two for later. What we've got, there's a lot of small bottles here. Right, got one of them before. Oh, and that piece of crap's fallen off, that helps. I couldn't clean it off, it just fell off. Again, a very common bottle, 1930s with reinforced lip. Underneath G, and these are very common. Obridge's Lung Tonic, Hull, 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 Humberside, or East Yorkshire Lung Tonic. The embossing is average. It's not strong, it's not dim, but it's a nice colour. It's a nice sea green colour. But you often find with these bottles, sometimes they sort of chest out a bit. They're more pronounced at the top than they are at the bottom, which is a bit strange. And the older they get, they do look more attractive. But even this being 1930s, early 30s bottle, it's still quite nice, but they're very, very common bottles, Obridge's Lung Tonic. I've found quite a few of these before, and they don't really change that much, to be honest. Even the Victorian ones, they don't look a lot different to this bottle. And it was a very, 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 very popular product back in the day. But it is embossed, and it's got the letter G underneath. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, this time round I can't see any comments or reply because I've got the phone the correct way round, not the wrong way. So that's why I was wondering, how is it I can see so much now? Yeah, because I'm using a different camera on the phone, isn't I? The last item's going to be very interesting because I've got to turn the light off for that. Lots of talking going on, and I'm afraid I can only read the comments when they come back up. Although we can see how many we've got. How many have we got? We've still got 2 on, and we've got 6 likes. Paul Zilla, oh my God, we got the Irish lady, Aurelia Perez. Hello, peoples, I'm finally here. And Zilla, Rovenemi. Yes, we're doing the bottles for the day 3. So we got a few people on. Right, we got this. Now this is exactly the same as a bottle that I found. Again, one of the earliest digs that I done at Red Robin Bottle Tip. It has, again, violet water and Mecate. Undeniable smell. of great grandma's violet water. Yes. And it's got the stopper, and the other one is actually smaller. I've got a smaller one, and I've actually put real lavender oil in that from Mayfield at Carshalton, or well, at the back of it's the back of Wallington sort of area, Mayfield, and I put lavender oil in it. This one's exactly the same bottle, but very slightly larger, and it's actually violet water or violet oil or something like that, but it's actually got some nice little markings on it. I don't know if it can actually be seen or not, and the shoulders are triangular, and there would have been label on front and back. There's nothing underneath. Again, like one of the other bottles, very flat and very smooth on the base. Thank you for popping by, people. Aurelio Perez, don't think I've had you on a live before. Nice to have you here. And the Irish lady, and I think Zilla might have been there. We're getting through them now. I've still got quite a few though. But we have basically little ones, and that does happen. This is actually, I've had a look at it, very small bottle, would have been the label on the front, possibly the back. At the top is a tiny little spot mould, a tiny little dot underneath, ½ ounce. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this would have come from Boots the chemist, or Boots Cash Chemist. It may have had a cork. Some of them even have stoppers. It's just a diddy bottle, and you can just about see in the little edges internally. There's a bit of encrusted label left, but nothing much. A very, very, very tiny, small Boots the Chemist bottle, or Boots Cash Chemist clear diddy bottle. Probably would have had a cork in the top, not really much to, but it's a nice little portable thing. But the rest of them are small. What we've got here, there's still quite a few items, to be honest. Oh dear. What we've got, that's an ink. A cold cream, a very small cold cream, and very shallow. It would have had a metal twist top lid, and a very, very small amount in there as well. Underneath, there's nothing underneath. It's milk glass. It's the first I've had like this, but it would have had a twist top and very, very small amount in there. Probably a face cream or spot cream or something, I'm not really sure. But it's twist top, flat, and a bit of a Michelin belly on that one, a midriff, very small and concave inside, just a concave depression inside, basically. If the Irish ladies here, you'll find that you probably have a spanner, because I'm pretty sure I gave you a spanner. So I'm glad you managed to actually find your way in. Have you got a spanner? So yes, a very small cold cream pot, flat. It's rather flat. Oh, can I stuff it in the milk bottle? Yes, I can. We've got a bit of room. This was an ink bottle, but it's not really the stereotypical shape of an ink bottle. I've seen them before, and it will be late 20s, early 30s. It's a very modern shape. It's not adhering to any special ink bottle shape. It's just, it's but it does have the original stopper in it and the cork, so it's cork and the top of the cork. So you've got a cork on it, and we've got I'm not even sure what that's made of, to be honest, but there is a very small trace of black ink in the bottom. So that is actually a milk bottle. Getting very confused. Ink bottle. Yeah, we've got there in the end. I've found these before 2 or 3 times. Again, not very special. Same again, very common. It's a paste jar, would have had a label on the front. I'm not sure how they sealed these things, to be honest. Maybe a cork, maybe some other. There's a registered number on the bottom. 684051 registered, and again it's a meat paste, a meat or fish paste, and they're very attractive little bottles, different styles, but they're just not desirable, and yet some of them will come up pretty much mint condition, pretty much mint. They're very nice. I do like them, but a lot of other bottle hunters, diggers probably won't share the same sentiment, and if they're clean enough they probably look good with lights. But I do like them. Did we already do the? Yeah, I think the last video we done the Heinz honey on almond cream. That was the last one. It's all small bottles really. Unlike the last one, we got these 2, 3 bigger bottles, and then we got small ones. And here we've got a Langdale's concentrated medicinal essence of cinnamon. It's a cinnamon bottle. Langdale's, Langdales, Langdale's concentrated medicinal essence of cinnamon. Cork top, and it's actually got a little pourer on the top as well. A little there's a little bit of water in there, and it still won't drop. There we go. Boom, there's your drop. And I found a few of these as well, but I don't think I've ever found one this size with that amount of writing on it. Exit! She's trying to climb up the window. I don't want her knocking plants down. Langdale's medicinal essence of cinnamon. Cork top. Underneath, there's not really much underneath. A 2 and a 1, I think. I'm not sure. Wait. And again, that's a nice little bottle. But we're getting through them. As you can see here, it is mainly small stuff. Mainly small stuff. A stopper. We got a stopper. Yeah, that was a bit of a crier. Yet again, I think it's happened 3 times now. Beer bottles. I found the remains of Whitbread beer bottles. It's happened 3 times now, and they've always been broken. So this is a Whitbread and Co. London stopper for a Whitbread beer W22, whether that means the year was 1922, I don't know. Still got the pink rubber on it, just a stopper from a beer, basically. Screws in, ebonite, carbonite stopper. Not really going to go into that, to be honest. This is an interesting bottle. Flipping it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flipping that. How many sides has it got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? You sure about that? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? 10-sided bottle? Preposterous. So what would they call that? What would they call a 10-sided bottle? Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10-sided. It's a 10-sided bottle. Would you believe it? I wonder what was in it. 4. It's got 4 underneath. I'm not sure if that means 4 ounces. It could be 4 ounces. The top is rounded, not triangular, edged. It's rounded. It's clear, tall, 10-sided bottle. Very unusual. Look at that, 10-sided. Very unusual style bottle, that. Don't think I've ever found one of them before. Still got the cork. I don't mind if chats to each other as well. That's all part of having one. Unfortunately, I can't reply this time round because the camera's the right way round, not the wrong way round. But I don't mind you guys having discussion, and I think Rove and Amy is a spanner. I'm not really sure because I'm not watching anyway. But yeah, a 10-sided clear tall bottle. Where on earth are they going to put a label on that? I should imagine that the label literally covered all the angles. They just put it on. I have no idea what would have gone in there, but very nice, very attractive looking bottle, that. I might put that at the back actually. We've got a few left, not a massive amount. Now this is a very interesting one. I've never found one of these before, and the design is very weird, frankly. There's no lettering on it. It's underneath, there's nothing underneath. It hasn't cleaned up well. I don't really fancy scrubbing it up anymore. I'm not even sure what would have been in it. It's brown. It's got a very long neck. It's very unusual design. Each panel is slightly concave. The edges are flat. All 4 edges are flat. And the base of the neck is supported. It's got this weird supportive mini buttress. There is a number on it, 7. That's all there is, 7. There's a number on it, number 7. Brown, amber, nothing underneath. And the top is sort of chisel-like. I have no idea what it is, but the oddest thing about it is each side has like a mini buttress. And I've never dug up one of these before. It's very unusual. It's got these weird mini buttresses at the shoulder. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got these weird little braces, strengthening, external. They're external supports for the neck. It's a very, very weird design. I don't think I've ever seen a bottle quite like that. Oh, I don't know if I can get much closer, to be honest. Oh, very, very odd neck and shoulders on that. very weird. I don't know what to make of that. We've got two here. We're getting towards the end now. We've got two small sample bottles. One is a miniature lady's leg. Underneath it is a olive green that progressively gets darker towards the base. It's made in the mold. It's machine made. Underneath there is something underneath. 21898 is just a patent number, I should imagine. We've got this olive green one that gets slightly darker at the base, and we've got this sea green one. Not really being able to clean it out properly, to be honest. Again, it's a lady's leg type, although it's a little bit more bulbous. This one, the clearer one, is a bit more bulbous, maybe a little bit shorter, but not by much. The shoulders are shorter anyway. Cork top. I call them ladies' leg, basically. There's a tiny little bubble in the green one. And I do like the smaller little diddy bottles. They're lovely for a bit of show, or a bit of light under or behind them, or on a windowsill. But Victorian ones are so much better because of the bubbles inside. The bubbles are much better. They look good, but the more bubbles the better, basically. That's the green one. And this is the other one. Still got the cork in it. I've not been able to clean it up properly, obviously. It's very hard to get bottle brushes to clean these things now, to be honest. Is there anything underneath it? There is something underneath it. KB Limited. 13072, another registered number. KB Limited. And even though there's moisture inside it, it's not swelling that cork up. But yeah, two small bottles. We're getting towards the end now. Oh, look, we have a cat in a box. We've got two bottles here, and we've got a cat in a box. Look, we've got a Mecate in a box. Oh, would you believe it? Look, cats and their boxes. Look, it's Mecate in a box. Oh, I take all the bottles out and look who moves in. Kitty cat. Oh, come on, out. Thank you. What have we got? We did actually find a couple of poison bottles, and I found quite a lot of poison bottles at Red Robin Bottle Tip, of various types, flats, hexagonals, other types of poison. And I don't normally find brown ones. I thought that brown amber poisons would be later, but obviously not. 1931-32. It's reinforced lip, not to be taken. It's smaller UGB, 1 ounce UGB, 11964 registered number. Yeah, 1 ounce, And we got a green one as well with a W in some kind of weird corner knocked off rectangle. So we've actually got some poison bottles as well. A couple of poison bottles there. We've got a green one and a brown one. And I don't often find brown ones. Lovely little poison bottles. Emerald green, or maybe slightly lighter than emerald. I hope there's someone there, because you're going to want to see the last item I have. But yes, we did actually find poison bottles. Cork top, of course. That's the green one. And the brown one, yeah, 1 ounce, definitely not to be taken. Almost identical, not quite identical. This is more like a radiator type front, and 2 sides you've got the stripes on the edges, label on the back. Both would have had label on the back. This one's got the reinforced lip. That's got the reinforced lip on it. I don't often find amber poisons. Normally they indicate later years after the 30s, so it could well be accurate. I may have dated them accurately. Right, we're almost there now. We've got a couple of little bits. One looks to be, it's not bone, it's made to look like bone. It's a plastic, and I basically think this is a baby spoon. It looks like it's a baby feeding spoon, to be honest. It's a very primitive type of plastic that's made to look like bone, and it's more than likely for feeding the baby. Look at that tiny little spoon. Yeah, it's just my guess, a baby feeding spoon. We'll put it with the baby, shall we? Yeah, we'll put the spoon with the baby in the tea bath. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And we've got a toothbrush made in England, pure bristle, P blah 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 astic, elastic. I'm not sure what that prophylastic. I can't even read that, to be honest. A very old toothbrush. A very old toothbrush. A yellow one. You may have seen the cat in the box. If not, you missed it. We had a cat in the box. That's a toothbrush, a yellow one. They come in all different colours, so eventually I'm gonna build a collection of different colour for toothbrushes. Early 30s. It probably still would have had plastic bristles of some kind then, and there's a hole in the end. Maybe you could have hung it up on something, I'm not sure, but that's a nice yellow primitive plastic toothbrush. I'll shove that in the jar. Right, we've got 2 left, and I'm not talking about the cats. We've got that plate. Remember, I found a plate, and it was literally, the only reason it was thrown away complete was because it had been used for painting. So someone had a plate, they didn't want it. Maybe the rest of the set was busted, or it was just on its own, and I found it before actually. I found examples of plates. Some are broken though, and they've used it to do painting with, mixing their paint. So someone in that area and dumping, a family member was into painting, and it come up lovely. It really did come up lovely. It's a lovely, it's simple. It's a white plate. The outside, it's got beading on it. There's some very light shaping in the beading, stamping, maybe we'll call it stamping. It's, I should imagine there would have been a cup with it because it is actually a saucer. So there would have been a cup to go with it as well. Well, how about we put the baby in the bath and the toothbrush in the saucer? There you go. We've got the baby and his feeding spoon in the bath, in the saucer. We'll put that back, and it's complete. It's totally complete. It's good condition. No chips, no cracks. Obviously, it's been underground since 1931 or 32, so it's going to be pretty stained up, and the glaze is going to have suffered a little bit, but it's nothing wrong with it. That's a good, simple showpiece, or even a cat feeding dish, to be honest. And on the back, this may even be dateable, to be honest, but I should imagine it's early 30s, 20s. Right, what is it? Grindley's. It's a Grindley, England. Is it W.H. Grindley or W.W. Grindley and Co? So it's a Grindley plate. Can see that all over it has been affected, especially underneath. Probably the glaze has been worn off, or the ground has been acidic and got through the surface of it. Tiny, 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 tiny chip, but it's nothing. And lovely, lovely shape. It's probably the best shape, one that I've found in the dump. Complete saucer, Grindley, pre-1932. Lovely edges to that, crimped edges, and there is very slight stamping all around the edge. That is a lovely plate, lovely little saucer, that. And so much gets smashed at Red Robin because it's just under the surface. Lovely plate. Right, the next one is the last one, and I've got to do. I don't even know how this is going to bloody work, or if anyone will be able to see anything. Oh, because I've got to turn the lights off for this one. Oh, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be a black screen, but I can look from the other side. So let's go for it. Well, it is Halloween and it's got to be spooky. Hey, there we go. Let's just hope I don't fall over a cat while I'm at it. Oh dear. Right, what are we seeing? We're seeing blue in the background, and that's the ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet light, baby, 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 light my way. And this is the star of the show. Uranium glass. We have uranium glass. Look at that in UV light. It glows. This is that uranium glass. Look at that. Amazing. Let's see if I can get behind the camera a bit more. Unfortunately, uranium glass is notorious for being very susceptible to damage underground, and you can see a massive crack going all the way along down under like there. Oh my God, that's pretty grim. But if I hold it from here, it looks pretty good. I don't know if I can get underneath it. Uranium glass. And a lot of these items are worth a bit of money. This one won't be because it's very damaged. Very damaged item. Yeah, and the lid does come out. The lid does come out of it. Uranium glass. Paul Gizon need to learn the Japanese art of. Hang on, did I just see Oi Frog? Oi Frog! Are you joking me? Was that really Oi Frog? Yes. It is Oi Frog. Oh my God. Yes. Good grief, Paul. Look at that. It greens just as much as you do. It's me. Yes, the green calls to you, Paul. I think I haven't seen you for so long. One of the old Ingress players. The green side. Yes, it's lovely. Yeah, green froggy. Paul, oh my God, great to have you here. It's been a long time. Wow. Look at this. Uranium glass and the lid as well. Try and, there you go. I'm not quite on it now, so you might be able to see some of the details. It's like a flower. It's like a flower. Very nice, very attractive. But beer. Oh yeah, in Bromley. Been offered a drink. Oh, I'll have to see how I feel, mate. It's been a long time. Yeah, I know you're probably still going out and enjoying a drink, but lovely. I do like this, and it's the first complete, although damaged, it is complete uranium glass that I found. And as soon as I found it, I knew what it was. I knew what it was as soon as I found it, and I had to literally get the UV light out to test it. And I was very happy with the results because some of them don't glow that well, and some of them do. And I was lucky that this one was a fierce glower, uranium glass. Very nice, very attractive. And that is it. That is it, folks. Oh, I'm glad I got to see there was a few people about. We've had a few visitors. I think we've had a couple more than we did last time, which was good. Uranium glass. Very collectible, and that would be collectible if it wasn't cracked, had a massive crack in it. I don't know what the time is. I don't know what the charge on my phone is. Anyway, the cat is now out of the box. I don't know if any of you saw the cat in the box. That was Mekety, the mummy cat. And we've got all this lot here. And that is a good selection of little bottles. A good selection of little bottles. There's such a variety there. We've even got a light bulb. And we've got this unusual one with the crystal balls in it. That I've got one of these already, but completely different shape. All kinds of lovely little ditties here. A couple of milk bottles. Maidstone Distillery. This is actually a whiskey. That is actually a whiskey of some kind. I did actually look it up and it turned out to be a whiskey. Very nice shaped brown bottle. We've got a couple of poison bottles in there, a couple of different ladies' legs. Very unusual shaped, reinforced neck, shoulder bottle, brown, which is, I don't know, I've never seen nothing like it in my life, to be honest. Very unusual. We've got the 10-sided bottle. It's literally got 10 sides to it. Very, very strange. And we've got a babe in the bath with its toothbrush. Oh. And we're coming up to Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to be carving pumpkins this year, to be honest. I've got an orange jack-o'-lantern at the gaff, and I've got a green pumpkin that I grew here at the Olds flat. It's only just started to ripen and turn orange, or trying to. We've got these ones and another one that is for show, and the little yellow gourds that you may have seen in the Olds flat videos. So as to whether I'll actually do any carving this year, I don't know. Unlikely, on my guess, because I'm just too sore. I can't concentrate on stuff like that now. And my eyes aren't perfect now, but I used to be pretty good with carving the pumpkins at one point. Not that long ago, maybe about 10 years or so ago, I was pretty good at carving the pumpkins. Anyway, I think we're gonna end it there now. Me and Mekety and Fermium, the cats have finally calmed down. Mekety's not swearing at him anymore, which is nice. Makes a change. I think it's because she wants him to leave the house. But the thing is, she likes to be outdoors as well. So, it's a very tough position, but I'm not getting rid of the boy. I want my boy. These pumpkins can go back in the kitchen, but that's it. I think we're done with all these bottles from day 3 dig and onwards of that particular mini tip at Red Robin. So I think we're going to end it here. Thanks for popping round and talking amongst each other. I'll have to remember next time to put the camera the wrong way around. You probably got a better picture this time, but you didn't necessarily get me chatting with you and replying, unfortunately. So I'll have to remember to do it the wrong way around next time, so I can see chat. And many thanks to Rovaniemi for looking after me and looking out for me, especially, and your continued support. It means a lot to me, Rovaniemi. It's been pretty tough, and thanks for your help with the cats as well, helping out the cats. I really appreciate that. And Oifrog has been here. We've had quite a few different people, and I'll see who's been next time when this is uploaded. This will probably take a day, maybe less, to upload. I don't know how long I've been going. It must be coming up to 2 hours. I know I've done 150 minutes before. I don't know how long this has been going, but it will take a while to upload. It will go up private, and then I've got to make it public. I don't know why it goes private in the beginning, but yeah, and then I'll have to set it to public and it should turn up. But thanks for joining me. When the video comes up, well, give us a thumb up if you want, share it, I don't normally say anything like that. I'm not really bothered, to be honest. I just do videos because I enjoy doing it and sharing it, to be honest. But lives are very much different to normal videos. This is using Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure what the quality is going to be. It should be alright because I'm right next to the modem, or what they call router. But it's interesting to see that when I was in Reigate Heath, I done a live at Reigate Heath for over 20 minutes, and the picture was flawless. And yet, if I try and do a live video in the town, it's not going to work. It's going to be shit. It's going to be grainy. It's going to be cutting out. I just do not understand it. I really do not understand it. Makes you wonder about this 5G, really, doesn't it? This 4G, 5G, whether it actually is anything to do with phones at all, because they've rolled it out and all the coverage is done is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I think a lot of the problem is that the buildings just get in the way of any kind of signal, and I can be on the bus with the phone and I've got more and more and more black spots. But anyway, the Reigate Heath live was a success, which was unusual. I don't usually use data to do a live video, but I thought I'd try it, and it did come out very well. And there was a couple of doggos in there, which was a bit of a bonus. We saw doggos and golfers at the same time. But thanks for coming, and I'm going to stop this now, I think. And I bless. Good luck and fortune to all my homies. Yeah, where it come from, my so-called half brother. Yeah, good luck and fortune to my homies on the internet, all my brothers and sisters that continue to watch and support the channel. And I'm going to end it here. I'm going to leave these there for now. I'm probably going to make myself a tea before I leave, if I've got enough time to be here before I leave. I'm going to try and make myself a cup of tea before I leave. But thanks for coming, everybody. And I should imagine it will be just separate videos coming up for now. There's a Gaia Zong one, and we've got more live music clips. I need to clear them off the phone to make room so I can do more videos, basically. And I'm not that far away from 1,000 followers, to be honest. I think I've got 980 odd follows, so I'm very close to 1,000 follows now. And it's been a very slow grind, and not that I've really been interested in hitting 1,000, because I'm not really going to be monetizing anything. This channel is far too real, and there's one thing they don't like, it's real and honesty. And especially music in the background. If you've got music in the background that you really like and you want to pop to, no, they don't like that either. So the majority of my videos, I couldn't monetize any of it anyway, because it's far too real. Anyway, we're going to stop it now, and I'm going to make myself a tea of some description. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you on the normal videos that I'll put up. Bye for now. Hey, Void Kitty! Can I stop it? Laters everyone, 10 likes. Swell.